Really can't fake it with y'all. I've been the ice in the clouds, making my case for the go on a Palmer. You never really on par.
What's up, guys? Thank you. Hey, this is your, you know who this is, Teacher Milburn with VIP Kids School. So what I wanted to do in this video is talk about my first 6 months. I am on contract number with VIP Kids number 2, and I've learned some things that work very, very well for me. Being, of course, a big black guy with dreadlocks, and people never know I have dreadlocks until I wait till I'm about in lesson number 8 with the student, and I'm like, hey guys, they're like, teacher, what is that on your head? And I'm like, my hair. So I've learned that in my experience in my first 6 months of VIP Kids. You gotta have these 5 things that work very, very well, and I'm telling you, it will help you. Once again, if you like what you see, subscribe. Definitely shoot me an email. I can help you out on some things. And if you want me as a coach, please, y'all, please add me as your coach. And what you'll get, you get one-on-one personally, where I will call you once every 2 weeks. And then I will walk you through the process on steps that I use in the VIP Kids looking for, what worked well for me. And then finally what you'll get a coach that by you having my email, you can reach out. My goal is to respond to every single email within 24 hours. But please like, subscribe, share, talk about, hey guys, this is Big Black Funny Guy on VIP Kids. He's making a lot of money. So a little bit about myself. I am currently a high school teacher. I teach at a local school here in Orlando. I always like to show my classroom super easy in Orlando, Florida. I actually teach VIP. My time slot goes from 3:30 in the morning till 7. Most recently, due to budget cuts, you know how that is, I moved to middle school, and I've been in middle school for about 2 months now during the year, and I love that it actually made my time go up. So now I am open from 3:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. I push it till about 8 o'clock. Supposed to report to my school by 8:45. It's a 30-minute ride. I jump on the 408. I'm there. So I literally do let's say, a 4.5, 5-hour time slot, and I easily bring in a month about $800-900, and that's what works for me. So you're gonna learn some steps that works for me. It might work for you, it might not. But let's go ahead and jump in, okay? If you didn't know, number 1 for me is being goofy. When you're goofy and you make that kid in China scream and laugh, the mom and dad is like, what is going on? And then they look over and see the interaction. So what you gotta understand, being funny works. So definitely smiling, being funny. You want to make it fun. So my goofiness is all based on levels of the child. If they're kind of low, bored, looking at you like they don't want to do this because their mom in the background looking at them like this, and then they're like talking like, dude, I don't want to be here. So you have to kind of engage that yourself. Number 2, work your own schedule. If it works for your life, it works for you. So for example, this is how I make my schedule work for me with VIP Kids. So now, being that I'm a school teacher, and majority of the time I have to report to my classes roughly around 8:45, give or take. School starts at 9:20 for me. So what I would do is, of course, this is a Sunday. Sundays, pretty much fair game. The earliest I want to wake up is 5. So I will only set up times for me at 5. All right? All the way into that time. Super easy. Now let me show you another example. So what works for me is starting earlier. So even though it's not peak time, you still book. So what I do is I start my mornings at 4:30, and then being that I have to be at school ready to go, I stop it at 7. I will do that Monday through Friday, that time period. But on Friday, when I do it, I will still do 4:30, and I will go all the way, pushing it to 8 o'clock. Granted, my commute is only 20 minutes away, taking the 408, which is our toll road. So I will push it until 7:30, get out at 7:55. I already have my backpack in my car, lunch, and only be dressed for school just without my employee shirt, and then I'll go. Now let me teach you a trick of the trade to get short bookings. For example, we are currently on this day, Monday, Sunday. I got my classes already booked. When someone doesn't book it and the time's already lapsed, this is how you get bookings. So granted, now it's already past that time, because the current time, look at the top corner, is 7:58. I don't want to wake up that early, so what if someone booked me, I would have. So what I didn't do is I will set my 24-hour bookings for that day, 6, 7, and 8. When it gets later and gets to 9 alternate, then I'll make these 24 hours. Now what that does is, and then I'll lock it. That basically lets parents know if someone cancels, a teacher gets sick around the world, your booking shows up, they will see your feedback. They're like, who is this guy? And they'll look at my feedback and they'll say, 5-star, cool. Oh my God, he's good. Let's go. Let's book with him. And then they would want to book me. So that's the trick of the trade when you're booking short notices. For me, you do it the time frame hours of the day before. As soon as it turns to 8:30, I'm gonna make the rest of these 24-hour bookings. So I plan to work that day anyway, but I only have a couple bookings. And I figured out this works majority of the time when I do this. Works for you. The reason I say that is because as soon as kids and parents like you, they book you. 98% of my bookings are students I booked before. I've literally booked kids one time or for a trial, and I've seen them 26 times. Have 18 students right now. Out of 18, I have taught them over 22 times each. So make your schedule that works for you. I'm an early bird because I'm a high school student, then now a middle school student. I can get up at 3 o'clock, but I'm going to bed at 9. Sometimes watch the news late with all the madness going on. But more importantly, I'm going to bed at no later than 10 o'clock, waking up at 2:30, 3 o'clock, having lessons start at 4. Some days I feel. But you got to make your schedule work for you. And the key is, how do you do that? Book your schedule 2 weeks in advance. 2 weeks in advance. And then the day before, if no one books you, change your slots to 24 hours. That works all the time. Because what happens is there's someone that cancels, a teacher before might cancel, and they just trying to book you. So they see you're available. They're like, let's trust this teacher out. So for me, I don't believe in stealing teachers away from some other teachers, but I'm going to be more available than other teachers. So I work the holidays because it's morning. We're not traveling. I'll travel to VIP Kids. I'll prop me a background up in my hotel. It doesn't matter. You make it work for you, all right? Number 3 thing you need to know. Don't be nobody parent. I've watched videos of getting negative feedback. I don't believe in getting negative feedback. I have a 5-star rating, and this is how it works for me. Kid acts up, kid acts goofy. I say, hey, let's focus, and I smile the whole time. By lesson 2, if this is a regular, it does it again. Because the first initial thing as a parent, I'm a parent, you want to like, hey, stop jumping around, listen, and sit your butt down. You can't do this. They're not your kids. So you have to understand, stay calm, and if the kid is too distracting or not engaging at all, you click on that little foreman button, click, and send a nice little message that you're still training and like, hey, I need some help. Student is acting up, trying to get them back. And then what the foreman would do, will actually write to them in Chinese to tell them, sit your butt down. You need to learn this lesson. Let go. All right? Seriously, they really do, because I have Google Translate. I'm like, what is he saying? Copy, paste. Oh, snap. Thank you, foreman. I appreciate you. So don't be a parent. This ain't your kids, okay? Number 4, never ever put how you feel on feedbacks. And I tell everyone this. If a kid is aggravating you, they're not learning anything, they're making you upset, you don't put that on the feedback, y'all. Common sense tells you not to do that. So what I do, I have a log. This is the book of VIP Kids. I've literally created a log of how I feel about every single child that I've taught in the 6 months going to now my year contract. I literally take notes, and then I will actually write down how many classes they've taken with me. And this pages go on and on, almost to 37 pages. But what I've learned is that I then see names. I remember, oh, last class, 2 months ago when they booked me, he was kind of a pain. Or last class, this kid was awesome. You made him laugh, but tried this. So you keep your own notes. And then you can use VIP Kid notes, but you gotta remember, y'all, it's a job. They can see it. The administration can see it. So you want to keep it professional. I keep it professional. I keep it classy. Keep it easy. Don't do anything extra. All right? And I think I gave you more than 5. And the last one is, you already know it, guys. Smile. A smile goes a long way. Kid can have a long day. Smile, make it a lot better. I hope this helps you out. Understanding VIP Kids. Once again, add, email me, and then like me. Have a great day, and remember, you rock. This is easy. Thank you guys for visiting my channel. Take care. Hope these help you out. And please shoot me an email if you have a question, and we can get through it. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.
I'm the seed, Biggie so. Thank all the greats, cause what you reaping ain't so. Not passive as Nash was, I'm ball dominant. Still coaching the coach, I got it from Tom Janovich. Story of David, collided with Joseph, forgotten but chosen. She love a leader, Bathsheba closing in. Found me the high road and bolted it. Quick enough for you saying to be envious. The race mad strenuous, but the victory is ours by the end of it. Plenty champagne, lambskin fur with no blemishes. That's what adorns me, a Teflon physique, not of the earth. My sojourn spent helping y'all discern from the wave of the current and what's everlasting. I got the answer, send me whoever's asking. On behalf of all the